a UPDF marine boat at Mbegu while responding to a distress call by Wananchi 2 nautical miles, which is 3.8 kilometers from Chijanja and Kaiso landing sites. This marine boat came under heavy machine gun fire from a Congolese boat. But the crews responded with fire from the gunboat, and the following were the results. An engine and fish that had been robbed from the Ugandan fishermen were recovered. Also, in the exchange of fire, 2 Congolese were killed and 5 were arrested, 3 of whom had sustained injuries during this firefight, and they have been taken to Hoima for further management. They will receive medical treatment. So we continue to investigate this case, and we remain informed. The porous borders remain a big concern. We continue to call upon the public to remain extremely vigilant and report infiltrators. So these infiltrators should be reported to the local councils, the security forces that are deployed along the borderline, the GISOs, or members of the district security committee, but also know that you, as members of the public and indeed the community, you are also empowered to take measured action, because this is a collective effort. It will require the involvement of everyone to ensure that this porous border of ours is handled, so that these infiltrators do not come in, because this is a danger and a challenge we face now. We are all fighting together, and the members of the public are part of the friendly forces. You are our friendly forces in our fight against COVID-19. So we are emphasizing community vigilance. Yeah. We are, however, improving on our border surveillance capabilities, because we have been asked, what are you doing as security forces? What more are you doing? So we are improving on our border surveillance capabilities. There is modern air surveillance technology in existence which might be considered to allow quick interception of infiltrators. So we still have a number of options at our disposal that we can deploy and intercept these infiltrators that are endangering the lives of our people and indeed the lives of our country. So those still endangering our country through these illegal crossings, I better won't stop it now before they face other consequences. Our people must at all times be protected. This is our cardinal responsibility, which we swore to do. We will not allow anyone to endanger the lives of our people. Finally, we call upon the public to remain calm. There is no need to panic. By all standards, as a country, we are doing very well. We applaud the entire country for the positive response so far registered. Our leaders have well guided us, and all health workers are doing a very superb job in dealing not only with COVID-19, but also handling other diseases that have always been a challenge to our population. And we salute them for this. So let us maintain a common and united front victory is very near and certain. So whatever measures our leaders decide on, let us follow them to the latter. It is for the public good, and they are temporary but will help in addressing this situation in time. It is a matter of better in time than never. As security forces, we continue to call upon members of the public, you, our dear wananchi, that let us sacrifice a little and in time in order to triumph over the pandemic.
I am saying this on the background of what shocked me this morning, that in the last 24 hours, 4,591 persons died in the United States of America, the first country with the best technology and best everything. So, fellow Ugandans, this is not a joking matter. 4,591 people dying in 24 hours. It's that bad. It's also unfortunate that yesterday alone, 73 people came to my side for defying the presidential guidelines. Unfortunately, the majority are youth. What message does this give? You can try to break the law, the security forces will pick you, and as I keep assuring the people, we shall keep you and help you to have an ideological orientation on how to manage yourself. Since you can't manage yourself, we are going to help to manage you. So, but it's absurd. We shouldn't be at this level, still admitting people who don't want to listen to the presidential directives, to the government orders, because they benefit us. All these positive results are because we are trying to hit what we are being guided to do. We are about to start a campaign of naming and shaming the areas which are not heeding these guidelines. Some of these areas like Nabingos, areas of Namagoma, areas of Weyogerere, where you find past 8, people are doing business as usual. So first we shall expose you, then we shall come for you. Please, don't let the security go up to that. We want you alive. Stay home, stay safe.
We have seen countries that have underestimated its threat and are now grappling and paying a very heavy price for having underestimated it. It is therefore important for us to heed to the advice of social distancing, proper hygiene, and restricted movements by pedestrians, cyclists, riders, and motorists. Now we are seeing many shop owners finding their way every morning to town, and many of them, our CCTV cameras are capturing them simply seated on the verandas, others loitering, idle, and even those shop owners of non-essential commodities are also finding their way to town and crowding the places. We are trying as much as possible to restrict gatherings so that we can see how best we can get to manage this disease. So these end up secretly conducting sales in their shops of non-essential items, and yet we were guided that these shops should still remain closed for now so that we see how to manage this pandemic. Now we also noticed that there are occupants in public, private motor vehicles with stickers that are still finding their way on the streets. Remember, we have now acquired a gadget, an electronic gadget from the Ministry of Works and Transport that is going to help us to verify the stickers that are on each and every vehicle that is finding its way on the road. Now, if we find that the sticker is not linked to The data that is in the database at the Ministry of Works, definitely we are going to impound that vehicle and also withdraw the sticker to ensure that only those people who are supposed to be on the roads right now, who fall in the essential category, should be the ones on the road for now.
Now I would like to sound a warning to any drivers who come with people, take medical tests and avoid other checks. We have medical checkup and we have immigration check-in. You must take both of them and ensure that everybody who is in your truck has taken all those tests. Any driver who will be found moving with the people who skipped a test will be turned back to ensure that those people go through the tests. We are also taking advantage of the places, mandatory places where people should stop, the truck drivers should stop, to ensure that we continue to check if there are any who have skipped those tests. We would like to thank the citizens for continuously reporting to us incidents that take place in their area, new people who enter through porous areas, so that we beef up, and we have continued to do that. We thank the citizens of Busia.